TV mounts here. Excuse the bullshit. Alright, so NEC 29-inch. Expensive bastard. I bought it because the mount will tilt vertical, like I like to use it. But this is getting, now that I've rearranged this, and excuse this doesn't function anymore because I don't have a permanent desk this could sit on, because that's a little bit far out of the way. And I had speakers up here, and it was sort of a speaker stand here, and that made this out of the way. So on the side of the tower, I'm going to mount that H25X. I forget the model number. Hold on. I had to wait for this one because I did my research, and it's an Omnimount. And this is the PLAY25X, and there's a PLAY25 and a PLAY30 non-X, and the reviews of that, and I found a couple of people who owned this and the non-X, and they're like, this is so much better than that. And just from looking at it, from taking it out of the box and being like, this is medical grade type machining. It's cold still from being delivered, so it's like, you can see my prints on it. So here's the oh fucking glass table. Okay. So this is the mount, and here's the covers for this mount. Yeah, let's look at everything that came in the box. So you get the base, the swing arm, the lift arm, covers for the base, instructions, tools. You get 2 tools and 2 zip ties. They give you 2 zip ties in a package. I have no idea what any of these are. These are, look like rings. They're probably to do this. You get 2 of those rings. You get 2 of these with screw terminals in the back. 2 giant wall legs. These brackets, I think, if you have a giant television and you can't use the 100 by 100 pattern, you get multiple monitor screws. All labels, Phillips screws, okay. Then you got a little bag of random screw adapters for really fat things to small. And then another one that has, I don't even know what these are for. Standoffs, 2 washers, 2 big ass screws, 4 little screws, and then 1 little tiny screw. I don't know any of this. I haven't read the instructions yet. But I figure I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna take probably a good portion of the day, and I should be preparing for my New Year's Eve party because fucking disaster in here. But I gotta get this out of the way, or else it'll bother me the whole week. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out. Look at the casting on this. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read instructions. And once I know the instructions, I will come back and I'll explain what I've learned. Words. Right, this is a basic construction. Alright, here's how this goes together. Put that together. This thing is a cap. This thing is a screw. This is a little tool. You pop this on top of the thing. It's got those rings are greased. I shouldn't call them rings. I should call them something else. You could do... I'm just assembling it because I was hoping that the book would have like really detailed, you know, mount this center exactly where the center this doesn't have that. So if I want to know, you know, the absolute lowest, how that screen should have to go, and I guess as high as it can go afterwards, it doesn't matter. But so now I've opened up. I don't need wall legs, that's for sure. I don't need the extensions, that's for sure. Pretty sure I don't need these for the giant monitor holes. I took the 2 bolts out of there to assemble that. This has got these massive springs, and you can still go. Hurt my teeth just now doing that. And here's a wire guard for when you actually get the wires in there. It's really well designed. I guess that's what Omnimount does. And then this goes and it clips like that, and that comes out and then goes up. So what are these male knobs? I don't know what these are for. Haven't gotten there yet. Washers, pan head screws, little screws. I was trying to find pictures in the manual that just, because I mean I would just read this, but you look at it, it's like Oh, that's every different language. Yeah, that's English, and that's English, and everything else is Aktun. Let's talk about anchors. I don't care. How to assemble it. Oh, I gotta put a washer there. So I didn't put a washer. It's just temporary anyway. I gotta disassemble it so it's to mount it. So what I just screwed in here, these washers go for that. I keep rubbing my nose on videos, and I don't understand why. My nose isn't really that itchy. Just keep rubbing on videos. 4645. So they're the same bolt, tool, bolt, washer, sleeve, thing, cap. K. Rotation stop on bracket, slot in sleeve, sleeve on bracket. Rotation stop on bracket, slot in sleeve. Did I not? Oh, I'm bad, I think. Better be bad on camera than to be bad all alone. So let's see, is there a slot? I didn't think there was. Oh, it is, and I put it in the right spot because I'm the best. Apparently I witnessed that in another life and put it in the right spot on purpose. See, this doesn't tighten down all the way. It leaves a little bit of a sliding room, so you can't bind it. I think the same goes here, just a smaller amount. Let's take this in. Of course, now I've got some grease on my hands. It's gonna be great. So this is the highest it'll go. And I gotta figure out where the mount is on the back. I gotta clear this all off, is what I need to do. Burb. Right. That's why I like this new desk set. Everything's modular. It'll all shift. For the party, that whole table's coming out and go to the living room. And this might float. And this will be cleared for drinks. It's gonna be great. Shit. Let me put that over there. Now, my best way I could think about this is it seems that this axis here can swing 45 up or whatever that angle is and then down. And I would push it down, except it's like so hot. It actually stays, and then it spring loads up. So let's make the assumption that this height, where it's always been, which is table height, is going to be, do I make it near the bottom? Because if I mount, I'm trying to figure out where to mount this. Where is this going on here? Probably gonna have to take at least this off to do, actually not really. And there are holes here. I doubt any of them will line up. And I don't know if I have the nuts and bolts required to bolt through this. I'd probably use the 4. Put these covers on because I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm looking for that later. Tell me where it is, internet. Probably use these 4, or I could use these 4, or I could use all 10. But I gotta figure this out. This is what I'm here to figure out. This is why I've assembled it. Because if I wanted to make this sit at the very top of it, then I would just do something like that. That's as high as it'll go. So basically, I mean, since this has such an adjustment range, I could almost just decide that this is the middle, mount this slightly below where this would be, and then I should be able to just work it on my desk, bring it up over. That's another thing. Do I want to be able to, if I have speakers here, have this lift up, turn sideways, and be over a speaker? In which case, I would want the low. What's the lowest this monitor ever has to be? Ever. Lowest to the ground. Is that it? Is that the lowest? Because then I'll just set this son of a bitch way up high and keep it down low for all reviews and swing it out and down low for all reviews. That might be good actually, because then I can go whoop and have it come out of the way. Because this arm is going to swing out and then, well, not really back. I don't know. I don't know the actual full articulation yet until I get it mounted up. But it should be something like that. And this does have, that's what that one screw is for. It's the 90-degree lockout. It's the rotation lockout. You want it to just be straight. Put it right there. See, I'm working things out in my head. So I think make maybe an inch below this, like touching the table height, because I no longer have to deal with the base, as low as this will go. And then work out from that how high up this needs to be, which means math and disassembling Stephanie. I love this material, by the way. This is just 1/4-inch yoga mat. And I could take all the feet off of my equipment now because I don't need rubber feet if my whole desk is made of rubber and it's level and flat. I could do that too. Not worry about damaging the monitor. I hope. Let's put it this way. All right, I'm gonna disassemble this. The whole reason I bought this monitor was for this. It's time to upgrade though. All right, back in a bit. Oh wait, it actually has 2 mounts? Interesting. I think I'm gonna go to the center, doesn't matter. Well, it's interesting, they do have 2 full sets of 100 by 100 here. And I don't get to, this isn't a waste. If I have another monitor that has 100 by 100, I could just mount it to this and I'll have a full, and it rotates. I'm probably gonna keep these. I'm either gonna screw these back into that. Well, actually, no, these are just pass-through holes. Shit. Or I'm gonna use them to mount the new onto here, because why change what's been working? And I can leave all the other packages closed. I don't think there's a benefit for me shifting this, since I'm gonna be using it vertical in most orientations, so you want the center of the monitor. Forgot about these handles to hold it and everything. Oh, God, I love this thing. I just wish it wasn't 1080. I wish it was 1440. The new ones are 1440. So I'm not mounting it, obviously. My sister sent me a message. All right. Math. Can I get a clamp? See, I would love to just be able to clamp this on and then just articulate it and be like, all right, is this good? And then, okay, then drill it and everything. I'm very 100% sure my clamps are not going to hold this weight, because this thing is, actually, you know what? I might bend my rack. The rack's pretty heavy. All this is the heaviest part of the rack. I put 3 full drawers in here. This one's screwed up. This one's nice and smooth. Oh, for just things. And I don't have any of my Behringer amps in because they're powering my living room setup. And I can just fill this bottom with like molten lead. But I mean, that ain't going nowhere. The rack itself weighs like 60 pounds. Wiggly lights. All right. I put these things on camera so that I could feel nervous and scared, but I have to act brave because camera. And I'm still like, somebody help me. Somebody do this for me. Oh, which side is up? Well, here's the power and everything. So this is up here. This thing is heavy on its own, man. Jesus. I'm probably not gonna leave this here because I will kick it. And then I'll have to buy another one. And if I wanted to buy this one, it's not available and it's still $700 fucking dollars. God. Okay. I could take some stuff off of this at least. That off. What? You know what? Here, I know how to do this now. Okay. Here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna line this up on the grid pattern that is this desk, and then I'm gonna know it's basically on graph paper right now. So now I just need to know that height. Move the sharp tools. Balance cable wires. Something hard there. This is irrelevant at this point. Now I could do this. All right. So if this represents where it's getting mounted, which I don't know yet, And this represents where the monitor is going to actually physically be. That means at the very top, oh God. I think that it just has to have that much play. That means it's right here. So I could just do that. Okay, so there's son of a bitch. This will hold a 25-pound monitor, which this might be close. So am I still straight here? Okay, so now I'm looking at the absolute. Obviously we'll pretend this is up here, and I could measure this, but I don't care about the absolute top. I care about the absolute bottom. But you're getting the point. Oh, and I could have just set this down like that. Is there a vertical plane to it? I'm gonna need a tape measure. Tape measure. My poor boxes of tools. They're so abused. Tape measures. Tape measure. Tape measure, Emma Watson. Tape measure, Emma Watson. Things I'm looking for right now. Oh. Alright, I wasn't crazy. I was not crazy. I could just, once I know where the center of this is, then I just have to know where the center of that is, and then I could just measure the adjustment from here to there and do math on graph paper. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. It's the pre-work that's way more important than the post-work. I got a business card. If I press this into the foam hard enough, it will leave a mark. I'm gonna hold this and I'm gonna pivot that son of a bitch down. Okay. Stay. Everything stay. I'm gonna do bad things right there. That was bad. Alright. Stay, stay, stay. Fall down, you bastard. Alright, so here it is. This is how I want it to be most times. Okay. Where's my square? I have a square in my bedroom. Seriously? Seriously. Of course I brought the tape measure in. I dread to think if I had a full house and garage. Everyone's like, oh, you got a bigger place. You know? And I totally know that. But houses are commitments. I wouldn't rent a house. Do I really want to stay where I am ever? That's definitely not straight. I'm looking at the two top. All right, now that's straight. That's still at the bottom. That's still lined up. I need to go the other way. And then it doesn't fucking work. This is the ghetto way to do it. All right, bottom of the monitor. I think I'm lined up. I'm within a ½ an inch. You come up from this line here. I'm showing 21 at the top, 13 at the bottom. Markers. Purple marker. All right, I'm gonna write right on the bracket. 21, 13, because this covers, I'll cover that. So that means this has to be 13 inches above the table surface. This has to be 21 inches above the table surface, and then that should hit the table surface. And then we're cha-chaing. Those are the numbers I needed. Let's put you where I'm not gonna kick you. Will she hit anything sharp under here? No. I'm gonna rest it against. Actually, I can rest it backwards too. All right, it's fine. That's safe-ish. Ish. Perfect. Oh, okay. 13 and 21. So now, we need our baseline / table surface. Cocksucking fuck. I have the slide pads that are double stick to this, and they get caught on this elaborate shape of goddamn bullshit. Okay. For some reason I like purple markers. We're gonna go with that. So here's table surface. So that's right there. And since it's purple and that's black, no one will notice. So now, let's mark 13 and 21. I really should take this off so I could use this. Oh, fuck! Alright. I buy like a lot of things at IKEA. Not IKEA, Bed Bath & Beyond, like my silverware. And they always put the paper style labels on things so that when you rip them off or wash them, this is what happens. And I know for a fact they could print on little plastic things. I peel them off other shit. Stop making it out of paper. It can't be that much more expensive. Get down on your knees. All right, so here's my mark. Put this right there. 13 is there, nice, next to some holes. 21 is there, no holes. So I might be able to, if I get it down a little more, I mean, I don't mind it going below the table and hitting, so I might be able to use those holes. And what I'm gonna do is get the tool I just attached the base with, because now that doesn't need to be assembled. No. Yes. I just hit myself in the face. That was cool. All right, that's out. That's out. I'm gonna try to leave the greased ring on the actual arm. Good. Ew. So now this. I mean, I could. Will anything line up? I have to go like 3/4 of an inch or an inch lower than I want to. That's where I want it to be. Once I use that, then it's perfect. All right. Now the big question is, do I want to mount far back, far front, or dead center? The only thing that would make me want to mount dead center is because this caves in and I have access to dead center. Actually, hold on, where are we? All right, we are dealing right here, so I'm definitely gonna pull the MH8 out, take the girls off, take the laptop off, so that I could just attack in here and I'll cover this stuff. Let me do that now. I could swear it's December like 27th, 8th, 27th. And my windows are wide open because I'm sweating. Now, I took out the MH8 and I'm just gonna I'm gonna trace every one. Actually, will this marker fit through? Oh no, it won't. Not that one. This one will fit. Neither will that one. Damn it. Who does that? Who's that evil? So I can't even. Alright, I'll get a couple of them down at least. And I'm just going to do dead center. And by dead center, I mean... So I use that hole. If I use that hole, I get that hole. Because it literally is there. So I'll use the back one. Because I want to... That'll be my reference point. That one there is my rear hole. Now I'm supposed to level this with a level. And I'm probably just going to measure... I'm just going to mark this And then I'll measure from here to there, because that's an absolute. And then I'll know where my vertical point is. And then I could do, fucking, I can't mark it. How do I mark that? So here is my guess for in line with that hole. Let me circle this hole too. That hole and that hole. I obviously have to drill a hole there, and I may have to drill out this hole to make it bigger, depending on what nuts and bolts I'm using. And then I want to do 6. I don't want to do 2. I'm going to do these 2 as well. But I can't mark them because the marker's too fat. So now I've got to figure out how to get a thin marker. Or I can take a screwdriver and just scratch it. But I'm going to mount, at least get this one mounted, get it leveled, then scratch the shit out of it. And then we'll get this drilled and cored. And I'll try not to damage the tubes. I gotta get holes. Got my random fasteners and kits bin, and I managed to scrounge together 6 identical, I don't know the dimensions of it, probably 1/4 inch or slightly under 1/4 inch nuts and bolts, and I have enough washers for all of them, I think. Also have a little shiny short one in case I didn't need it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 short one, and the random one that I shouldn't need. I do have to make that hole bigger, and I was debating whether to just drill it off camera, but I want to try to prevent the metal shavings from going anywhere. And it's 2 schools of thought. Either I just put a magnet right underneath where I'm drilling and then spend the entirety of the weekend cleaning the magnet off, or I wrap the magnet in like a paper towel and then cut over it, or I just shove paper towels and this shit and then throw this shit away. But I'm gonna get magnets anyway, because I just happen to have like the selection and slightly unused paper towels. So let's drill some holes. Let's drill them. I'm pretty much just gonna open up that one hole that's already there. That is step 1. And then once that's, you know, fake attached, I guess fake. Magnets. How do they work? There. And then hopefully this, and I'm gonna double wrap this because it's a strong ass magnet. So now any shavings should fall down and get immediately stuck to that. In case they don't, trying to protect some of the gear. Protect the tubes, bro. All right, I'm obviously drilling from the outside. And I put this in my impact wrench. I bought an impact wrench set of drills. So I read an article a long time ago that said this is better. Let's certainly rip that fucking hole open. All right, so anything on the inside? Just a few. A lot of stuff on the outside. In fact, it's all sort of stuck to the magnet. Let me. Nice. Nice. I still have my workman garbage pail here, so I'm just gonna. Don't let those metal shavings touch the magnet, or you'll be buying a new magnet. Not even paper towels. But all right, that's done. There's a hole. I should be able to take. I won't need a. Well, I will need a washer on the outside. That's gonna go there. I'll have to find more washers, and then I may also double nut it, not like your mom, like put 2 nuts back to back to act as a lock. The magnet's actually dragging the washer away. If I tighten that by hand, can I get it to just stay? Yes. All right. So now I'll do my final leveling and scratching. and then drill the holes. You guys don't need to watch me drill every hole, right? You got the point? That was the easy hole. The hard holes are coming, and make sure vibration's not going to knock off the important things. The important things. I may have to move. All right, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if you people will approve of this, but frankly, I don't care. You're on the other side of the internet. That's far away. But I'm going to stick with just 2 because this metal sucks to drill through, and things start shaking and bad. And frankly, I think if 2 doesn't hold it, then there's a problem. So what I'm going to do now is crank the crap out of those. Should I put a lock washer in? I found my lock washers. They're here. A ton of lock washers. I might as well put lock washers in. Alright, if I'm only doing 2, I'll do lock washers. As penance for being lazy. Phone. Yeah, alright. The lock washers I have are too wide to be secured either by the nut or by the head. They're just too big. So no lock washers. I did find better washers in that little pause though. So the outsides are gonna get the normal washers, the insides will get the better washers, and I'll double nut it. Okay. So outside normal washer, inside better washer. Come on. I'll show you how I leveled it also. Hold on. Because there's no, if you tell someone to level something, you should really give them like not a rounded edge everywhere to do that. So what I ended up doing was taking this, finding the balance point on it, and resting it right there. And then from multiple angles in the room, looking at it, because I know that's leaning in a certain direction, leaning back probably a little bit. So I didn't want to just eyeball the little bracket or the eyeball the full thing, because there's no place to attach a level. And putting a level across this, frankly, I don't trust either. So it's level. So that's the top. The bottom one now has 1 nut and the big washer. Now the top one will have, come on, 1 nut and the big washer. God bless these TV mounts. They just come with infinite hardware that you don't use, because they don't know what kind of TV you have, they don't know what kind of wall you have. So they just end up giving you everything. All right, so now that I have 1 and 1, I'm going to grab my pliers, or even better, my West German channel locks. These came out of a Saab. I've talked about these on camera before. These are in a Saab's toolkit. West Germany. That's the best kind of Germany. For you kids out there, West Germany, that's the party part of Germany. So I'm just going to grab the nut, and I'm going to, that's done. And I'm going to grab, ow, sorry camera, grab the nut again, and that was the SAP 6. But she's resilient. I believe she'll be fine. How you doing, baby? She hit the foam and not just the wall. Anything else move before I continue? Alright, so now I'm just going to take my backup nuts. I can put thread locker on these, but I'm just going to hand tighten them on and then give them a little bit of a snug with my West German channel locks. That's it. And if these fall out, then there's something wrong. Alright, I'm going to consider this the commitment point. Boom. Cock sucking fuck dick. Okay. Actually, I can't put that one on yet. It's trying to warn me, because I need to bolt through, and it's a cover for that. So undo your stupidity, Zeos. There you go. This is tab here. That has to go up in that hole and then click it in. I didn't do that, but it's all right. It was trying to tell me. It was like, no, Wait. Okay, one piece at a time, thank you. Need this, that's greasy. And there's a notch there. Notch Johnson. Oh God. All right. Come on. Rotate in place, you prick. There. Down. Down. Sort of down. Did any of these have metal on them? I think this has metal shavings on it. Make sure you rub your greasy hands onto the metal shavings, or you'll never be pretty. I need my extension again. Oh, I took off some metal with that last little burst. Magnets. Oh shit. Perfect. Okay, never mind. That was a waste of time because I forgot, because I'm stupid. Not stupid, I'm forgetful. Or I'm thinking about other things. Emma Watson. Hand screw. That fold down? Yeah. 2. I don't want it to fall out of the thing. Nice. Tight. See, just a little bit of lift. Yeah. This is gonna be like a cartoon. I'm gonna put that monitor on there and go, look at it, and it's just gonna fall over, crash through the wall, through the floor, fall in the street. Great. Okay, and I put the washers on these that I forgot earlier. There a notch on this one? I don't think there is, or is a wash? No. There's no notch on this one because it's 360 degrees. All right, the cap's already there. Start it there. How you doing? And honestly, I would tell you what I pay for this right now, but I don't remember. I think it was near 100. This was not a cheap one. I mean, look at the machining. I mean, once I clean this off, it's covered in manufacturing oil and grease from my hands, and you could see it. If this was under the hood of a show car and clean. Okay. All right. Yes. Yes. I've got the bottom cover there. So that comes out that far. It was so cool how that, like, I could just barely lift it up and it doesn't go down again unless I push it. All right. Let's turn this how I'm gonna... Actually, can I rest the monitor on the table and strap it to the back? I'm gonna wash my hands and then we're gonna attempt to attach the monitor. So let's get it all out. Now look, take a moment to say what's going to destroy my screen. Oh, these latches are sticking out. That'll do it. Get under this. Out. Out. I'm going to push it down. It actually worked pretty well. I don't think there's like a place you need to adjust this. Leaning it back. Come on, where are you? There we go. Will you be long enough, original screws? You should be. Once I get one, it should be enough to just hold everything. And I could crank down with finality. So I've got to push. Aren't children wonderful? It sound even better at the bottom of a well. Such small screws. After all this, these like little dainty screws are just... Oh, well, this will hold your $700 monitor up. I mean, it held my monitor up. I've carried it by the base. It feels like it's cross-threading. Undo. Undo and redo. It should feel nice and smooth all the way going in. Oh, that still doesn't feel good. Alright. Change screws. Got a dead straight approach. No chance of really like cross-threading from any other reason. That one feels better. And now the last one. Nice. All right, now this is not the right screwdriver. You get a slightly bigger screwdriver for the actual clamping down, because there are little lock washers on there. You gotta make that sound every time you're done, or it's not gonna count. Yeah. Okay. We'll do the wiring, and then I'm gonna get something to clean this so that it could look awesome. How far out will it go? Let's see. Let's get the straight arm. Oh man. If that isn't worth $100, I don't know what is. So I want it back to 90. Will she spin infinitely? She should spin. She just falls off now. Yeah, I don't think it has like locks or rotation limiters. And how close can I get it? Oh my fucking God. That's twice as good as I thought it would be. Ah! Oh. Omnimount 25X. Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, wires. I should put this back and put the laptop back before I start wiring it. Burp. Alright, I give it a little bit of a Windex wipe. Hit the lock. This should go here. That goes up. And this goes. Come on. Squeeze. Okay. So there's those. There's two little, remember those two wire ties that came with? Yeah, I didn't use those. I used Velcro ties. Got one here, which they just sort of hold there, and I'm gonna be obsessive. And I'm gonna attach them together. Can I do that? Will it stay? Is it worth it? Because I just sort of hook onto things and they could slide off. I guess it doesn't matter. I gave it a wipe with some Windex. I actually think I made it dirtier, but it doesn't matter. I'm proud of it. Look. I can't come out this weekend. I'm polishing my monitor arm. Now I gotta clean the screen because I haven't done that in a while. I can remove this. And this sort of has to just hang down with free slack. So I could tie them up a little bit more, move that plug. And now, check rotation function. Good. Tilt. Wow, I could literally. I wish this was a touchscreen now. Total matrix. Gotta get another one. Oh God, I gotta have it even. And I can dance on it. Okay, so let's see. She can get up to about. Am I stretching something? So that's as high as she'll go, which is fucking high. So if I left this in front, she's coming down. Why is she coming down? Am I over the weight limit? That's as far as she'll twist in. So this is, oh, that's what that giant wrench is for, to adjust the tension, which I have to read how to do that, but because this is a heavy ass monitor. I mean, she'll stay, but then you start, and she'll fall. So let's go get that big wrench. It came with two, remember? And it wouldn't come with a big one unless we needed it to. There's the lock screw, bigger monitor mount, this or this to mount it, yes. Bigger monitor mount, bigger monitor mount. Show me how to tension, you bastard. I know how to zip tie. Yes, zip tying, good. Adjust the TV monitor tilt. Adjust the lift arm with the big one. The big one. Come with me, paper. That guy got smashed in the chin. That's funny. So where the hell is that? That's behind the monitor. That's here. Oh yeah, right there. So that's gotta go higher. I'm not getting a good. Give it 3, 4. Maybe it's backwards threaded. Hold on. Doing it over tightened. Warning. Stored energy hazard. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, it's definitely. I just gotta go up. Now I'm in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That feels more. Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, let's give it another. I'm not feeling any resistance on the rotation. 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Oh yeah, that is Chevy like a rock. And then the tilt is good, right? That's this one. Oh, that's a different size. They make it a different size so you can't play with it. We're all in a different size. That's just a circle that can't even be adjusted. So now, all the way to the tippy. This is the Stax power supply. I should probably not have this like. I only have it looped around here because it's on the very top and upside down. I was afraid it was gonna fall out. Stax, bro. Okay, so it's all the way in. It's all the way tilted, and that's as far back as it'll go. So I mean, that gets out of the way. Let's put the review desk back where it belongs. I need that. This. There. Is there any other instructions I need to know? The 4mm to tighten the rotation, that's fine. That's weird. Why do the men always look so creepy? Or the people, at least. All right. Now, one of the things that bothers me is there's no place to store these tools on that. I wish this would like slot into something. They're gonna have to go in the drawers underneath it, and I'm gonna have to remember. Using only my brain. Oh good, we have more random bullshit. To add to the random bullshit. So I enjoy these little cleanup efforts before I get to play. So I want to play with it, but oh, you gotta clean up first. But I want to play with it now. But it'll feel so much better. Well, of course my mouse pad's not here. Title. Sorry. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Because I want it to just sit here with this in the center. This is, see, there's where the negative comes in, because that's as close as it can, that's as far back as I can get if I want it centered and it's not straight. Because I'm literally hit, this is it. If I push it to the side, then she'll do that. And she'll crash on the table. Or I could do the full rotation where that goes straight back, and then that's pretty much how I'm going to be using this. Most of the time, come on. Come on, you just did it. You just did it. You showed me how wonderful it was going to be. That's close enough. And then I can just go, oh, shit. That's amazing. Yes. Yes. Waifus are free now. They're free to float. I just look so, just having it like touching the table makes it look so much better. Of course, I no longer can take this monitor to the LAN I was going to in about a week. Unless I put it back on that. So everything has to stick around. I guess it's not so hard to disconnect it. It's 4 screws. So yeah, I'll link to this thing. I guess this will go in the bottom drawer, which is just the one that's hitting the cover and makes it hard to move. God, yes. Yes, yes. Okay, thank you.